Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to Game 4 between Team Liquid and Viking.gg. I'm sorry I'm a little bit further into the draft on this one. They didn't put it on the tournament page, so I've had to find it on the Dota TV registry. It took a little bit longer. But anyway, here we are. So, Liquid, they starting out with the Lina this time, taking away from the hands of Viking, who have been pretty damn dominant with their last two games of it. Won both of them. Especially in that last one, just they seem so damn in control for the entirety of the... well, not the entirety of that game, but pretty much after that mid-game, just there didn't seem like there was anything that Liquid could do to stop the momentum that was coming out from Viking. So see if maybe Liquid have had a little rethink and are not going to try and, I don't know, maybe think of something new. Maybe something they were saving, going to pull out the bag. You never know. See what they're able to do. See if they're also actually going to maybe move away from the Lone Druid now, because it has just failed them twice in a row, which is quite rare. But you never know. That might be what they're thinking. Even still, Viking, they're taking quite a bit of time for their first pick here. The Oracle's gone again, the IO's gone again, and the Faceless Void and the Lifestealer's gone again. So pretty much exactly the same starting bands that we've seen in pretty much all the other games. But Viking are actually going to start off with the Venge as their first pick. So potentially we're going to see that Drow come out as the second grab. Liquid, they could potentially take the Drow Snatch themselves just to stop that from coming out on the side of Viking. But even still, I mean, Viking, they might just be happy just to take the Medusa like they did in the previous game. That definitely worked out pretty well for them. But Liquid are actually going to grab the PA. So even if Viking do grab the Drow now, it is a little bit scary because the PA obviously is able to get on top of her pretty easy with that Phantom Strike. And if she gets a lucky crit, the Drow's pretty squishy, so it will hurt quite a lot. So see if maybe that changes Viking's game plan a little bit. They're using quite a lot of their reserve time now for their second pick. Maybe they're thinking whether if they do want to go for this Drow still. I mean, as long as if you make sure the Venge is always behind the Drow, you might be able to get a defensive swap out. But then even still, the Phantom Strike's a pretty short cooldown, so you'll be able to just re-blink back on top of the Drow again in short order. Quite a difficult one. Or maybe they're just going to let the Drow slide and then maybe just move back into the Medusa again. The Medusa definitely worked in the previous game, that's for sure. They'll just grab it now. So, second pick of the Medusa. Perfectly happy with how that first game went. And the PA definitely doesn't do... It struggles a little bit against the Medusa, just the mana shield soaking up so much of that crit damage. Then instant Ember and Void Spirit bans coming out from Liquid. Mars taken away from the side of Viking as well. So it seems like, well, Solera will be that Venge, and obviously Shad will be that Medusa again, and Mika will be on the PA. But the Lina, we'll probably see the Lina in the hands of Tiger. I don't think it's really a hero that Koifa plays that much. I think he used to. I think he actually used to play it quite a bit. But it's been a pretty long time since I've seen him play Alina, that's for sure. Viking, they take out the Timber. Pretty obnoxious hero to go up against the Medusa. Just all of his spells do a pretty good job at draining the mana away from the Medusa once the mana shield is up. So that will be a way just to allow the PA to actually start putting a little bit more damage into these fights. Could potentially see a Viper would actually be quite nice for the side of Viking right now. It benefits from the Venge Aura, as well as the Nether Toxin. As soon as that PA jumps on top of the Medusa, or even the Viper himself, you'd be able to put down the Nether Toxin, and it completely negates the Blur and the Coup de Grace. So yeah, that would be a pretty good pickup for the side of Viking. We'll see if Liquid realise that and maybe ban it out. Or maybe if Liquid just aren't afraid of it at all. I don't know. I'm not a professional. They're actually going to ban out the Bloodseeker. Toby did a pretty good job of that in the previous game. Just made it awkward for the for Mickey running around as the Slardar. Especially in this game on the PA, you put it on the PA and even it makes it quite difficult for her to try and engage on people. So Viking, they're really thinking about what they want to take away as that last ban, and they will remove the Slardar. Despite the fact that they did pretty well in the previous game against the Slardar, maybe they're just contributing the fact that the Bloodseeker was a large portion of the reason why they did so well, and being able to just control the Slardar that little bit more, so they will take it away. Don't want to risk that hero coming out. Especially seeing as how the PA definitely benefits from the Corrosive Haze. Reducing the armor, those crits hurt so damn much. Viking are actually going to grab the Earth Spirit. So this will be a Aramis Earth Spirit. And that position 4 roll. Going to be rotating around the map quite a lot. So Liquid, they sort of need a front line at the moment. See what sort of tanky guy they're going to pick up for Boxy to play. Mars is already gone, Slardar's gone, Timber's gone. Maybe a Centaur? Nah, Centaur wouldn't be too good. They're only going to grab the Magnus. So is this going to be a core Magnus, or are they going to put this in a support role? Not too sure. Viking are actually going to grab the DK, so most likely going to be their mid hero. They could potentially run it in the off lane, like Liquid done in one of the previous games. Yeah, I mean, there's no reason you'd pick a DK this early on if it wasn't for your position 3. You don't know what it'd be going up against in the mid lane. Liquid actually going to grab the Nyx. So this is probably going to be a core Magnus then. Most likely in the hands of Boxy for the off lane. I don't think anyone like Koifer or Mickey played the Magnus. So we'll have to wait and see what sort of position they're going to put that in. But I imagine it'll be in the hands of Boxy. Tiger will be taking the Nyx. Or actually Insane will probably take the Nyx, and then you have Tiger on the Lina. That's what I'm thinking anyway. So it's looking like, I'm pretty sure this DK is going to be in the hands of Toby. It's too early to be a mid pickup on a DK. So I think Viking is still after their mid hero, and same for Liquid. I mean, so far, the Dusa is pretty much all of their damage in these team fights. No one else on the side of Viking at the moment really contributes that much. So may need to see something like... Tiny, perhaps, just to go for the burst. Maybe trying to get a grab onto the Lina or the Nyx. Maybe. It's quite a difficult one. Liquid actually ban out the Storm Spirit. Storm Spirit might be alright. It is a little bit easy though to get caught out by the spiked Carapace coming out from the Nyx. So many of his spells are all AoE damage that you could just end up getting caught out pretty easily. Sets up for an easy LSA from the Lina. Maybe see the Visage, perhaps, for Liquid. The Visage could definitely work. It's actually going to be the Doom. So it's most likely going to be the mid Doom in the hands of Koifa. Unless maybe perhaps they want to put the Magnus onto Koifa in the mid and then put Doom on Boxy for the off lane. I think the Doom should be alright in mid lane. But we'll see what Viking's going to pick up. Unless maybe now seeing the Doom, they want to move the Dragon Knight towards the mid lane and then grab something else, because a Dragon Knight doesn't really care that much about getting doomed or even facing up against him. The Dragon Spells make you pretty tanky against it. So actually grab the Tide Hunter, so this probably will be DK for the mid lane then. In the hands of Boom. There's actually a position 5 Magnus. So it's an off-lane Lina then as the core. And then position 4 on the Nyx. Koifa has taken the Doom in the mid lane. And then on Viking, yeah, so they do swap it around. DK goes in towards the mid lane just to lane up against the Doom. And then Toby on the Tidehunter, laning against the Magnus and the PA. So 2 melee heroes against the Tidehunter is definitely a little bit rough. So this should be quite a nice lane for Toby. This Anchor Smash is going to have so much value in that lane. Meanwhile, on the other lane, the safe lane for the side of Viking. Got the Venge and the Deucer combo, same as the previous game, but this time they're up against a core Lina and a Nyx. So there is that double stun set up. Whoever lands their stun first, most probably be the Nyx who lands the stun first, then followed up by the LSA. So it's quite a bit of burst damage. The Venge will probably fall pretty quickly if she ever gets caught out. Shad shouldn't be too bad with the mana shield, but obviously we'll probably see Tiger taking that mana break and just spamming it as much as he can onto Shad, just making sure that the Deuce's mana pool is as low as possible. Plus, pretty easy to set up a Spike Carapace stun with the Mystic Stake as well. Every single time Shad throws that out, Tiger can just put himself in the creep wave. Spike's Carapace stun, sets up for the Impale and then LSA. So it's definitely not the easiest lane for Shad. Not like the previous game was either, but even still, he had an alright time. So see if he's able to do it again. Or if Liquid's actually going to run away with this game and take this to a fifth match. Meanwhile at the top, Liquid moving 3 heroes up here. So maybe potentially looking to do a defensive tri-lane, or they're just moving up here anyway just to secure the bounties perhaps. Yeah, you don't want to leave. You don't want to leave a Lina on her own in an off lane. She'd just die way too quick. There's actually 4 heroes committed now from Liquid. Aramis and Tiger just inches away from each other, only separated by that little brick wall. Tiger and Aramis, they actually spot each other. Aramis is miles out of position now. Gets hit by the Impale. He's now going to take the roll. But he does actually end up getting caught. Oh no, a little bit of a misplay there by Insania. He skewers Aramis to safety. Mickey even gets hit by a stun from Roshan. Oh no, it all went tits up. A little bit unfortunate there from Insania, just thinking he was going to set that up for his team, but doesn't find anything. But good luck, have fun there by Solari. Like, yeah, you fucked up, guys. Good luck, have fun. Ouch, that's going to hurt. Hey, at least this isn't TI Insania. At least you didn't just accidentally pick a gyro. Keck W. But even still, Insania, looks like you might be able to snag that top bounty. Tiger, going to be able to grab the triangle bounty. You know, Boxy will be able to get the bottom one. So it actually ends up being 3 bounties going towards Liquid there.
What did you expect?
Boxy even able to like do quite a lot of harassment so far onto Shad just for being on zone as well. He's containing and trying to put a little bit of harass onto the Fishman, but that ain't gonna happen. Not with the anchor smash, just reducing all their physical damage. God damn, Boxy's doing a lot of damage onto Shad. And there's not even a salve between these two heroes. It's going to be a really long regen with all these tangos. Tiger hits the Impale onto Slurry. Easy follow up with the LSA there. Just more damage, harassment coming out. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's all pretty even so far. Too early to tell how this lane's really going to go, but I mean, they're both quite defensive heroes. The Devour giving Koifa bonus HP regen, as well as the Dragon's Blood giving bonus HP regen. So I imagine both these heroes are going to stay relatively healthy for a majority of that laning phase until some rotations start coming around. The Earth Spirit from the Viking going towards the mid lane, maybe even Tiger rotating in himself. That might change the balance. Well, at top, it looks like Toby's actually getting zoned out a little bit, which is a little bit surprising. But, I mean, he is only level 1. He hasn't got his Kraken Shell online just yet. He will now have it. So we'll be able to save himself a little bit more in this lane. CS score still pretty damn even between the two mid laners. Only one on each category difference. So Toby's going to try and steal the creep wave and do a wraparound. Sainus is going to try his best to delay this as much as possible. Skewer tries to get him in range of the tier 2 tower, but unfortunately he's not quite close enough. Here we are, down bottom. It's like Aramis actually rotates around. And that's a quick kill going on to Tiger. First blood going to the hands of Viking. Does actually end up going into Solari's hands, so that's going to be a nice early pair of boots for him. I mean, Aramis didn't really need to be up there anymore, especially seems how Toby dragged the creep wave himself. Just going to let him get an even earlier level 3 now as well. Makes that a bit easier. Insane just doing some weird skewer plays. I mean, that wasn't your tower, bro. Even still, Mickey, top of the CS chart, having relative free farm. He will miss a wave as a result from this. As a result of this pull, but even still, it's going relatively well for him. Bot lane, still going relatively calm for both sides. No one's actually been caught out so far by the Impale LSA combo. Insania, looks like he was maybe thinking about going for a skewer play up to the high ground there to push him away from the rune. But ends up spawning bottom anyway. Aramis is going to grab it straight up, head towards the bot with Arcane Rune. Sarah needs to be careful. Not in range to get hit by the Pale. It was actually still on cooldown. Might have been a potential kill if those did connect. Just dump loads of tangos on both of these two heroes. Realising that as long as if they have mana, they can just keep being really damn dominant in this lane. Aramis is waiting in the sidelines, looking for some sort of opening to make a charge forwards. But Solaria doesn't actually have enough mana for a stun yet. He will have it pretty soon, especially with this Ring of Basilisk. Finally, Aramis is going to roll in. Initiate onto Tiger, but there's the LSA just for a little bit of protection. The Magic Missile does come out, but the Spike Carapace, lovely impale there. Basically a Ravage of his own. Stunning all three of them. Another LSA there, connection from Boxy. He's actually going to hold them all back. Tiger being greedy now. He's going to try and go for the bounty rune, but Aramis is actually just going to snap that on the way past. Another LSA connection from Boxy, just trying to keep everyone on the side of Viking back to allow Tiger the escape. But even still, Aramis is able to grab up both of those bounties. Boxy actually able to get the kill onto Solaria as well. And the fact that Tiger was really far away, the solo kill experience going towards him. Tiger, he's actually getting initiated on by Aramis. We maybe put himself a little bit out of position there. Impale connects from Tiger. He's going to set up for the easy LSA plus the Dragon Salve. It's a lot of damage going on to Aramis. Only one more hit. Uphill miss. He actually does get it just as he's about to execute Tiger's courier. Very close little engagement there, but does actually end up favouring Liquid. But I mean, both the bounty runes did fall towards Viking. How did the top two go? I think Insania actually got both of those bounties, so it ended up being a 2-for-2 trade anyway across the map. Koifa's actually rotated up top, commits the Doom onto Toby. There's nothing he can do to survive. Especially with no one of his supports there to help him out. So let's just make a little bit of space for Mickey to start racking up his farm even more. Pretty much identical CS scores for the PA, DK and Doom. So Dooms are just trailing a little bit by about 10 CS. Actually queuing up for the Hand of Midas this game. Maybe just a little bit scared by the pace that the PA is going to farm up with the Empower. You roll a bit. Boom and Arrows, just throwing a little bit of harass onto Koifa. They don't have enough to actually get a kill. Koifa, quite a large amount of XP over the lead of Tiger at the moment. We've got Insania. He actually gets a nice skew back. It's going to give Koifa enough spaces to walk it off. Meanwhile, down bottom, Shad and Solaria actually managed to get another kill onto Tiger. I would have thought this lane would have been a little bit more dominant for the side of Liquid, but just a couple of rotations in the early starts that came out from Aramis. So made a nice amount of space. Let's say nearly connected there onto Boxy. Roll forward from Aramis, does connect. And with the slow hit from the kick forward with the boulder, Boxy dropping pretty low. We'll actually just commit the Laguna Blade and then the Mana Break as well coming out from Tiger. It's actually enough to finish Shad. So nice little play there by Boxy. He knew he was going to die. So he just made sure he took down Shad with him. There's a lot of free experience as well, solo experience going towards Tiger. What's the Mana Burn? Not Mana Break, sorry. Mana Break is Anti-Mage's ability, of course. Silly me. Boom, slowly sieging away on this tier 1 tower. With that poison damage, going to be taking quite a bit of damage. Even Insania and Tiger rotate around here now though, so they want to try and make sure this tier 1 does not fall. Or at least they can get the deny. And the poison ticks are actually going to put it into the deny range. Doesn't look like Liquid was going to bother actually trying to deny that though. Down bomb, Boxy. He nearly gets the kill onto Solaria. With the final right click, he will actually bring him down. But then there's another kill going towards Shad. So I think that's a trade that Solaria will gladly take. Sure, you give a little bit of money towards the offlaner, but it's another kill going in towards the hands of Shad. Or a kill, like I say, not another kill. He's pretty close to that Hand of Midas. Only 70 gold away. We'll have it after he clears up these couple of creeps. Still, Mickey having pretty much relative free farm up here. Him and Toby have got very similar CS scores, but even still, it's not like either one can really threat the other one. The anchor smash just makes it a little bit awkward for Mickey to get last hits when he has that damage reduction, but it's not exactly like it's going to have a huge amount of impact for his farming speed. Maybe Liquid was on the hunt, see if they could find a kill onto Shad, but he manages to fall back just in time. And it looks like this whole smoke rotation will actually end up being wasted. Who actually got that tower? I didn't see. Yeah, Boom actually ended up getting the last hit on the tower. He even gets the last hit on the top tower as well, so 2 tower advantage so far for Viking. Mickey and Koifer's down bot, trying to work on their one. Doesn't look like anyone from the side of Viking's going to bother trying to defend this. Doesn't let it fall. Looks like Aramis might have been able to get a roll forward and connect it onto Boxy. Meanwhile, he actually just walks straight up into Solari, gets hit by the stun, then the roll forward from Aramis, slowed by the kick forward. Toby and Boom have managed to get here in time. Boxy's just going to drop the Laguna Blade to try and make some sort of counterplay happen. But Tiger and Koifer just couldn't get there in time, and he ends up falling. Doesn't get anything out of it. Tiger looks like he might try and make a move here onto Tiger. He hits with the break plus the impale, taking quite a lot of damage. And he will actually eventually fall. Just gets the last little tap on him. And still, Shad's just gonna just hit farming mode now. That's all he's gonna be doing for quite a long time, especially as he has this hand of Midas. But yeah, as I was saying earlier, maybe it's just the fact that he's just afraid of the farming speed that's going to be coming out from the PA with the Empower on top of him, that he feels like he needs the Hand of Midas to ramp up his farm a little bit more. Well, Toby, he's getting engaged on by 3 members of Liquid. They're even going to commit the Doom now. One more LSA does connect. Looks like Toby will eventually fall. Heading towards those creeps to try and get himself a deny, but Boxy just clears up with the Dragon save. Ends up being another kill, but even still, Toby doesn't really mind too much. He's working towards that Solar Crest as his first item. Just wants to be able to buff up Shad as much as he possibly can. Turn her into just as big as turret as they did in the previous game. Nice little deny there by Solari. So Mickey working towards the Desolator as his first main item. Got the Master of Madness online. But that is the benefit of having a Magnus on your team. You don't have to spend any gold going for that Battle Fury. You've always just got a permanent Empower on you. I say that, but it is about to wear out. Zanzania, where are you? I need cleave. Up top. Looks like Toby's going to be the first focus here from Liquid. Koifer leads the charge. Sun coming up from Tiger. There's enough damage to sustain. He will pop the stick to try and survive. No one from Vikings actually rotate. Finally they will. Realising that he didn't die, they're like, oh shit. Maybe we should help him out, guys. But even still, they didn't even bother coming up here. Toby was fine on his own. He just stared at him. It's like, where the fuck were you? Why did you not help me? They're going to pop a smoke here. Not sure what they're going to try and accomplish with this. They do have a Ravage online. Still not actually used it yet this game. So see who Aramis and Solari is able to find out. Maybe thinking about moving up to the high ground. Sony and Sane are up there though. They're actually going to head towards Mickey. They realised he was there. He had his blur activated. Scan connects, and they saw that there was no one there, so they realised that that is the PA. They choose to give up the chase. They don't want to end up putting themselves into an awkward situation. So just Dragonlance coming up next for Shad. He should have that pretty damn soon. Especially once he clears up a few of these camps. And then he's going for that next item, the MKB. Just needs to be able to pierce through the blur that's going to be coming out from the PA. Still 1,000 gold from Toby from finishing up his Soda Crest. Box even now just finishing up his Dual Scepter. Heading up towards the top, trying to get a grab from these 15-minute bounties. Toby and Solari, they realise that they probably don't have enough power to try and guarantee that rune, so they're just going to fall back. Big still, Aramis able to grab the bottom two. And Boom working on his third tier 1. Line's drawn on the map by Insania. Maybe thinking that they want to try and make some rotations around bottom and stop this push that's coming out from Boom. Needs to be careful though. Jump fall from Koifa. Really well read there by Boom. Uses his own Blink Dagger just in time to avoid the hoof stomp that would have been coming out from Koifa. Tiger's on the hunt. He does spot on both. They're going to see which target they want to go for. They ping out. They saw Boxy, so they both managed to disengage just in time before they actually get caught up by any stuns. Even if Tiger did manage to find Boom there, that's a pretty awkward kill to get. He's so damn tanky that I just don't think the two of them would have had enough fuel in the tank to bring him down nonetheless. So probably good choices to turn around. So the one downside to the Viking draft is that they're really sort of their only source of damage is Shad. The DK doesn't really do much damage in team fights. He's mainly there just to be a nuisance with his stun and stuff and being this big tanky geezer. And the same with exactly the same with the Tidehunter, just mainly just there for using your Ravage, stun everyone up. So there's a lot of pressure on Shad to actually manage to bring down the side of Liquid. But meanwhile, on the side of Liquid themselves, they've got the PA, which is a nice source of damage. But even still, I suppose Boxy does help quite a bit. With his auto attacks, eventually he's going to end up hurting quite bad. But once again, with the fact that they've got the Doom as their mid laner, he's able to do quite a bit of work in the team fights, depending on whatever creep he has got. He's like both his charging forwards. With this ward, he does actually see Solari, misses the hoof stomp, even misses the impale. Finally the LSA connects. They will commit the Laguna Blade just to make sure that this Venge dies. There's a couple of little whiff stuns there from the side of Liquid. But they still have a lot of it in the tank. They've only used the Laguna Blade, so maybe thinking about jumping forward again. Blink Dagger online for Koifa. I think they only saw Toby, so they want to push their luck. Nice jump forward from Masania. He skewers them back, but this is going to let Toby get an easy 4-man Ravage off. He's going to easily be able to retreat. The Doom even gets committed now to Toby, but he's using his Ravage. It does not really matter. Shad's now here. He's going to pop his gaze. So this is going to force everyone on the side of Liquid to start falling back. It's a really awkward engagement there from Liquid. They don't actually end up getting anyone. Aramis charging forward, maybe thinking about trying to see if they can find somebody else. They don't actually end up bumping into anyone. Boom gets the grab onto Boxy. He's going to try and hold in place and get silenced up. Not enough damage though. Boxy's just too damn quick. He will fall back. Meanwhile, Mickey, he just crits Solari right in the face and he falls. Boom getting stunned up. Nice double RP there coming out from Insania. But Shad's just doing a lot of damage himself. Brings down Tiger and Boxy. And now it's just Mickey left amongst everyone. Koifa and Mickey dropping super low. Shad, he'll bring down Koifa as his first kill, and Insania and Mickey barely survive and they just limp away. It even forces a buyback out from Boxy, but he's not able to get back into that fight in time to make any sort of difference. It's a really nice fight there by Viking. Ends up being a 4-for-1 trade. 3-for-1 trade, sorry, not 4-for-1. Nearly a 4-for-1. But Mickey and Insania just got so damn close to falling down there. That could have been a rampage going towards Shad. I think there was just a couple of uphill misses which actually saved him there. But even so, it started off alright there for Liquid, but I mean it didn't actually. But the whole engagement in this area was pretty atrocious in all honesty. They completely whiff all of their stuns on Solari to begin with. and they have to use the Guna Blade to kill him. And then they whiff all of their stuns on Toby. They all get hit by a 4-man Ravage, and then they still commit the Doom onto him, even though he's already used the Ravage. And then they carry on chasing him, thinking they're going to get it, and they end up just walking into Shad and bottlenecking themselves, and it ends up going real tits up. But just good movements from Viking, really. Puts Liquid into an awkward situation, and now Viking, they're just going to get a free Roshan. So nice early Aegis going into the hands of Shad, and even a jump forward from Boom, gets the stun onto Boxy. Big anchor smash from Toby there. Does 1 million damage. Just put the Soda Crest on him, reduces his armor. Is it 8 armor or is it 10 armor? Yeah, reduces him by 8 armor, so that anchor smash has hurts real damn hard. Especially seems like Boxy only has 9 armor anyway. MKB now online for Shad as well. So Mickey's going to have to be really damn careful. He's going to get hurt quite a lot, especially with this Soda Crest. It's getting spammed out by Toby. So Liquid, they're rotating around, maybe thinking they're going to try and defend this tower. Jump forward from Koifer. He is just stunning him up. And Toby's going to stay cool, calm, and collected. He's not going to try and jump forward just yet. Mickey jumps forward in now. He's going to skewer back from Insania. Ravage finally comes out. They actually cancel out the RP before it's able to come off. Insania falls quickly, followed by Mickey. And Koifer's a quick target. 4 heroes dead on the side of Liquid. They don't get a single thing out of that. Their tier 2 falls. No buyback on Mickey or Insania. And now it's going to start rolling up towards this tier 3. There is a glyph available, which will be used to force them back. As long as if there's enough heroes to soak up these tower hits, enough creeps going to survive to keep this keep the catapult alive as well. This is going to be mid lane of Rax going. I don't think anyone on the side of Liquid is going to be up in time to stop this from happening. This is, I mean, you're up against a Medusa, and you're already 6k gold behind, and lost your mid lane of Barracks. That's really looking rough. Looks like maybe Viking been thinking about going back, but Boom says no. He's like, nah, I'm going to pop my Dragon Form. Let's just finish up this range Rex. And now they will fall back. Liquid now, they've got to be scared. They've got to be real scared. They tried making an initiation onto Shad, but perfect positioning by Toby. Just comes in with that Ravage, a clutch moment. Completely cancels out the RP that was going to come out from Insania. He's even got a Blink Dagger now. So it's just going to be even easier for Toby. He can stand further back now and easily be able to re-engage if ever the side Liquid try jumping on top of Shad. But it looks like Liquid are going to try to make a play happen. They've done a smoke up. They've got Doom available. They've got RP available. They've got a Guna Blade. It looks like they will find Shad as their first target. They hit him with a slow. Mickey jumping forward, starting to focus him down. Gets hit by the LSA, but he still has the Aegis, remember. Mickey's going to put his BKB, stand his ground with Shad. Finally, the first life falls. The Vikings now all gathered around here, waiting for something to happen. RP comes out. It connects onto both the DK and the Tidehunter. They're both dropping quite low, but Mickey is stunned in place. He needs to Blink Dagger out. He will finally get the Phantom Strike onto Boxy to make a little bit of space. Solari will fall, gets hit by the Guna Blade. Aramis is also falling in the back. Mickey nearly dropping again, but finally gets one more Phantom Strike off to the side. We'll see if Toby's able to actually find the kill, and he will hit him with the Gush. And that is enough to finish him off. And Nose is going to hunt down onto Koifer on his own. Meanwhile, Boom and Shad chasing Tiger, but he's going to be able to run away. Tiger's just going to keep this chase going. Both of them have Blink Daggers. Koifer is just about to be up online. He should be able to just get away from this. Blink Daggers off to the left. He blinks Daggers really awkward. Blinks. Can Boom get close enough in time? He can't. Nearly in range there for the Dragon Tail. Unfortunately, his Blink Dagger was on cooldown as well, so he couldn't just get straight on top of him and stop him from escaping. But even still, not like a humongous win. I mean, it did actually cost three lives on the side of Viking, even though the Medusa one was the Aegis. But they did kill Mickey. So again, that's just further stalling the PA's farm. Sorry, I just realised that the chart's been on CS for this entire time. As we see, Shad 4k over the top of the PA. Working towards that Daedalus is his next slide. We've already got that Lincoln Sphere. So Lincoln's going to be able to counter off that Doom. Meanwhile, jump forward from Tiger. He gets the stun onto Boom. A nice Ravage coming out from Toby. It was the BKB coming out from Koifer. That does keep him alive. Insania is the first one to fall. Boom nearly dropping. BK trying to find the follow-up kill, but he can't quite get it. Chad's just going to pop his gaze now. He's trying to stand his ground. Perfect swap there back by Solari. It gets Mickey caught out by the gaze, and he'll just end up falling. Boom's even going to be the next target. Aramis' roll forward is just off the mark, and they will let Boom escape. But that's all distraction. Meanwhile, Shad and Boom's just focusing down this tier 3 and going to take the lane of barracks. But the PA's gone once again. Nothing that the Silent Liquid can actually do to stop this from happening. Jump fall from Toby. One quick gush and an anchor smash and a couple of hits from Shad. And the Lina does fall. It's just too damn squishy at this point in the game. And I'm not this is looking so damn difficult for the side of Liquid. Insania will get the skewer back on Arrow, so he will fall, but it does cost them a life for Tiger in return. And now, Viking, they're just going to head straight for the tier 3 up top. It's a 4-on-2 situation. Mickey's up in 8 seconds. But I just don't see what he's going to be able to do. Unless Insania can get an absolutely insane RP. That's what they're banking on. That's what they have to get. He's going to try and see a line up, see if he can get a nice skewer into the rest of them. If he can come from this side and skewer him into the side. Oh, but no, completely countered by Boom. Dragon tails him as soon as he jumps in. They will get the kill onto Slayer, and the Doom goes onto Boom. But even still, the RP play gets completely countered. They're just going to carry on focus down this building, and that is Megas. Boxy TP's in, trying to bring down Boom, but he's just going to end up dying himself, and he falls. I think that's his game. That's just game. And Mickey and Koifa, they charge down the top lane, going to try and cut off the creep waves, but it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Oh, Tiger, he walks into a little bit of vision, gets Dragon stunned into the face. Even in the back, Koifa trying to go for a wraparound, but he falls. And then Liquid tap out, they call it. So that is Viking taking this whole series 3-1. I was a little bit surprised, it seems how Liquid in the previous tournament, that only happened a few days ago, they managed to take that, even beating down Secret. So they were looking super damn strong, and even for the majority of this tournament, they were playing really damn well. But Viking, they just show up. They completely shut Liquid down. And yeah, they crushed this grand finals 3-1. And they will take the first place prize, which I think is like $30,000 or something. I think the entire prize pool for this tournament was only $50,000 for the CIS region. But even still, yeah, really well played there. 21,000. Only 21,000? Well, you know, they're professional players. They got enough money anyway. It's not about the money for them. It's all about the glory. It's all about the glory. But even still, very well played there by Viking. Super deserved victory there. Just Shad on this Medusa is such an absolute beast. It didn't seem like there was anything the Liquid could do to really stop it from happening. And Shad just ran away with the game both times. So, but very well deserved victory by Viking. Unfortunately, that is the end of the of this tournament. No more games, but I mean, there's always more games to come. That's for sure. And there's always more dotes. There's always more dotes. But if you guys have enjoyed the content that I've been able to provide for this tournament so far, then please think about liking, subscribing on YouTube, Twitch, and on my Twitter, where I update what I'm going to be doing. I'm sure there's more games that's going to be coming up in the following week, so keep your eyes peeled on there, and I'll see what games I can find to actually cast. But yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys stick around for whatever I'm going to be doing in the future. So hopefully I'll see you guys then. See you later.